Okay, so this time we're taking a look at the Moderoid Buster Machine 7 from Diebuster, which is the sequel to Gunbuster. If you haven't seen Gunbuster, go watch it. It's one of the best animes from the 80s out there. And the sequel is actually extremely good. I haven't seen enough people talk about it. It's actually really good. It has a lot of the like modern, like sort of Gynax stuff like they were doing in the 2000s, like with Fooly Cooly mixed with like super robot action. It's super cool. But this build actually isn't super complex. It actually is, well, it's not super simple either, but it's also like not like a Megami device where it's like a bajillion fucking parts and it's like, oh god, I gotta build everything. But you can see it has like really good color separation with like the really bright like white plastics, like the orange parts, which I'll get to later in the video. There's multiple white parts for her, because pretty much her entire outfit is just like white with red accents, and then here's red for like the gloves and like the extra inner parts of her outfit. There's a ton of like different parts you have to put together, and it's really easy. See, and then a stand, like that's pretty much it. It's really funny how it, even though it doesn't really come with a whole lot, like see like blue and then red, like that's pretty much it. And you don't even need all of those red parts. They're just interchangeable like jaw pieces, but yeah, and then these little green gems, some brown parts for like her heels, and then the extra sunglasses, and then these gray parts that you put on her legs, and that's, yeah, like, again, it's not a whole lot. And then the faces that are pre-painted. I don't understand why the faces are shiny. That seems to be a thing that they keep doing, releasing things with shiny faces, and they really shouldn't be doing that. And it comes with pre-painted faces, and it comes with eye stickers. And so they finally got rid of that one complaint, at least on this kit. Like, they got rid of that one complaint that I've had, where it's like, please include eye stickers, which you can see right here, and include blank faces so that if I want to make the eyes look like they're going to the side, it's easy. And here's the manual. The manual, you know, doesn't have a whole lot going on, but Buster Machine 7 itself doesn't have a whole lot going on in terms of like visually. Like, she just has a very like simple and striking like color scheme where it's just white with red, and then her signature bright orange hair. And the manual itself is pretty short. Like, I probably should have fast forwarded this footage a little bit more just to make it like really drive home the fact that there's not a whole lot. But what is there is that it's very detailed, which I do like. Like, the arms are like a bunch of like, different pieces, but also fairly simple to put together. The legs, very easy to put together. Like, it was way easier to put this together than I thought it was going to be, but it still has a lot of detail. Like, once you like see all of it together in one single thing. I'm saying together a lot, aren't I? But I don't know, once it's fully assembled, and it even comes with a set of cross arms, once it's fully assembled, it just looks super clean, and I think it looks better than the old Riobot figure that came out. But yeah, let's take a look at it. Alright, and now Buster Machine 7 is finished, and look at how magnificent it looks. Like, the simplicity in its color scheme, due to, you know, like, matching the anime pretty thoroughly, really works in its favor because the colors are just very striking. But you can see, like, the orange hair doesn't match the way it looks in the promo shots. That's because the orange hair, I think, had some kind of, like, airbrushing or something to give it, like, that really bright orange. Because it's orange with like a lighter orange, but it's just one shade of orange on the actual kit, and I don't like that. Like, I wish they could have at least given you a painted orange, but look at the details. Like, it looks very simple, but you can see the red, the white, the like small lines right there. There's only like one part of this kit that needs to be painted in order to make it match 100%, which is near the crotch area, because there's just like two parts right there that are white, but you need to paint them black, but it's very fucking small and minimal. You can kind of get away with not having it painted. And then the only other thing you would need to paint are these like missile thrusters, missile launchers that are like on her legs. They're supposed to be like silver with gold. Like the parts that shoot out the missiles are gold, but it's just silver. And it doesn't look that bad, but it does look kind of cheap when you leave it on there, especially if you compare it to like the Realbot or any of the other like statues that she's had in the past, where it's a lot, those parts are more detailed. But like the base figure slash kit itself is like perfectly fine. I think the only thing that I can critique in terms of the plastic is the fact that the reds maybe aren't as like vibrant. Like, there are good reds, but when you look at the hands really close, it has like that really like molded plastic red looking kind of thing to it. It's hard to describe, but it's like it could look a little bit better, but it also like looks perfectly fine. Oh, and then one more thing I want to mention, the eyes. Remember how I said that it has the eye decals? I don't understand why the eyes on the default faces have like these weird like dot matrix, like digital printed sort of eyes to it, where if you take off her glasses, the eyes actually look really bad. I don't know why. It reminds me of that new Revoltech Chun-Li, where the eyes are just super blurry looking, like when you look at it up close. I don't understand why they did it like that. Like, just apply the fucking stickers, dude. Like, now I gotta put the stickers to make it look better, and I have to double check if the stickers, decals themselves, have better looking eyes than like the actual default ones, which is probably why they gave you those, but I shouldn't have to do it myself. You're the one making the damn thing, like, just give me good looking eyes. And in terms of articulation, I think it can pose fairly well, given the fact that its articulation is limited, unfortunately, in areas that it really shouldn't have been. Especially compared to the old Realbot figure, which, you know, they could have taken notes from and then improve on that. Okay, so the back of the hair has a hinge. You can move it really high up like this. The sides of the hair have like a ball peg sort of hinge sort of connection, so you can move them to the side. Try and give it a little bit more room, make it look a little bit more dynamic. And then there's like this little extra part here, but it doesn't really do anything. And then this little aha get right here, it's on a ball peg, you can move it. So if you want to make it move for whatever reason, you can, but it tries to slip out if you move it. So the head and neck allow it to move, look all the way up like this. Which is not bad. I think you can lean it a little bit more. No, that's about as much as you get. So that's not bad. You can have her look all the way down. You can tilt it to the side, so that's fine. Full 360 motion. The neck also, I think, has a ball peg, so you can also shimmy a little bit. So there's plenty of range here on the head. And then for the arms, the arms go all the way up like this. Totally fine. There is no normal bicep swivel. There's a swivel right here above the elbow. That's where you get your rotation. And then you get some elbow bend, which is a bit over 90 degrees, which is fine, but it could definitely have been more. Look at this. 90 somewhere around here. That's not a lot. You get a forearm swivel right here, since you can't really move the hands. The hands are pegged in, See, they just kind of peg into the wrist, so there's no traditional like ball hinge or anything because of the glove design. So that's why you need this swivel here, so that the hands actually have some way to move. Going to the side, it goes up pretty well. A lot better than you'd expect. Going inwards, sadly not too well. Can't really reach across the chest at all. Like, this is close, but like that's very close, but not enough. And if you need to know about going back, it doesn't go back super far. Also, the scarf broke on me because this peg just kind of twisted, so this is the only one that works. So you can tilt it up like this, tilt it forward a little bit. I'd recommend leaving it there, and then tilting it to the side, and that's pretty much it. I'm not sure why the other one broke. Torso, it goes back like this. There's a little gap, but it leans back nicely. Bending forward, barely anything. And then there's nothing here at the lower waist, which really sucks. And then sideways. I just realized how much this outfit reminds me of Speed Racer. Anyway, unfortunately nothing here. They should have added some kind of movement here just to give it a little bit more dynamism, but whatever. Legs kicking forward about 90 degrees. You can kick a little bit higher if you tilt the thigh swivel. So you get about this much, which is pretty good. Makes up for the legs, the torso not having much range. Not completely, but... And then going off to the side, just like the Chemopla, that hopefully the review for that will be up after I do this one. Barely any range. Like, why is there no leg range? And I can tell you why. Because they cut it out like this. Like, there is no room for it to tilt sideways. Because as soon as it does, that's it. Like, this is the most you get. And even then, that's not good enough. Like, she can't really do much of a kick. Like, give me a deeper knee and a deeper leg tilt. Like, look at that. It's basically stuck like this. Like, that's not cool. This is supposed to be more dynamic, especially for a Gynax character. Oh well. Going back, you can't really go back because of the butt cheeks. There's a drop down, I think. Yeah. It gives you a little bit of extra range, but not really. You can tilt the legs to the side, kind of. Like, spread them out. That's the most you'll get, which really sucks. And like I said, there's a thigh swivel, so at least the thigh swivel works great. But, oh man, the rest of the legs, like, don't work super well. Knee bend, surprisingly really good, considering the character design. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look when her legs are bent. It just looks kind of weird and awkward. Because you see, like, this gap and then this pointy part sticking out, so I don't know. I have to watch Gunbuster 2 / Diebuster again. Pretty sure that's how it's supposed to look. And then there's no ankle pivot because this foot is like one solid thing, basically. See this? Yeah, and then there's an extra thing you can plug in. It's a thing, it's basically like attachable heels so that you can actually have her stand up. Because otherwise she can't stand up without it. Because her feet are literally at an angle, so she would just constantly be... You'd have to like lean her forward and that wouldn't be very ideal. So this is a good way to balance her. But if you want to move it a little bit more, there's like a hinge here. And then you can tilt this, so if you need to adjust it in whatever way, you can. These don't move, they just kind of stay there. But yeah, thankfully they actually put some thought into this so that, you know, Buster Machine 7 can actually fucking stand up. It does make me wish the hair could go all the way down. Like, it Not completely, but no, whatever. And then her hand selection is really not much. You have like a couple of hands. You have like saluting sort of hands, open palm hands, and then fist hands. And that's kind of it. And then you get like 3 faces. You get like a smiley face, you get like a yelly face, and then you get like an angry sort of face. And that's kind of it. I wish she had like a mouth open smiley face, since No, aka Buster Machine 7, is a generally happy character, but then when she turns into Buster Machine 7, you know, she gets all serious. So I guess that makes sense. I do love that the hair is articulated, that you can actually swing the hair up so that you can recreate like her Super Inazuma Kick pose that she inherited from the original Gunbuster, which I think is super cool. But the problem is that I feel like the hair should be able to move up a little bit more, just so that you can really make it look dramatic. Like her hair is all the way up while she's doing the kick, but you can still make it look good. But overall, I think I'm really satisfied with this thing, despite some of the issues that it has. And also, oh yeah, right, one more thing, and it has a flight stand, because her feet are weird and they're always at an angle, so she can't really stand up normally unless you put those weird like brown colored like ankle heel things on her. So that's kind of strange. But yeah, besides all that, I think it's still an extremely good kit, and despite some of the shortcomings with the hair and articulation, I think it's still worth buying, especially if you're a fan of Gainax and Studio Trigger. And I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. And it's funny because, you know, she's a robot, but she's like human size, so having her next to my other robots is kind of weird because now they're a lot smaller than her. But yeah, I wish it came with like cool blast effects or just some extra stuff, you know, to really like emphasize how cool she is. So you kind of have to just know the source material in order to give her cool poses. Like right out of the gate, you can't just, oh hey, it looks cool. Like it does, but oh well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.